If you've been feeling, stuck, exhausted, or just like you're spinning your wheels but not actually getting anywhere, well, the source material we're unpacking today is absolutely going to confront you, but it's also going to empower you like never before.
So here's a question for you. Do you get tired after working? Now you might be thinking, obviously I do, I just worked a 12-hour day. But the source we're analyzing today hits us with this really jarring wake-up call. It says that if you do your work and you get completely exhausted by it, you aren't actually motivated. You're compelled. You're acting out of pure helplessness. And anyone who's forced to work purely out of necessity, who gets totally drained by their daily tasks, well, they're essentially living the life of a laborer. It's exactly why you see folks grinding away on these brutal 14 or 15-hour shifts, but they stay completely unfulfilled and stuck in the exact same place. They're operating out of compulsion, not drive. See, there's just this incredibly stark contrast between compulsion and passion. Take the person whose work fundamentally exhausts them. That is compulsion, right there. But what does true motivation actually look like? Well, according to our source material, it means you're absolutely in love with your job. Like you never feel tired doing it. In fact, for someone who's driven by genuine passion, the work actually breathes life into them. Their energy literally multiplies. If they have to skip work for a day, they genuinely can't sleep because they feel like something huge is missing. And that, right there, is the ultimate difference between just grinding away as a laborer and truly thriving with endless energy.
Part 1. Kurukshetra and your why.
Picture the legendary battlefield of Kurukshetra. The great warrior Arjuna is standing there in his chariot, and suddenly, he just freezes. He says, "My limbs fail, my mouth is parched, my body quivers, I cannot fight." Now, why did this happen? Did Arjuna suddenly forget how to use a bow and arrow? No way! He was quite literally one of the greatest warriors alive. The guy did not need an archery tutorial. He was trembling, completely paralyzed, because he had forgotten why he was fighting. He lost his core reason. So, the absolutely crucial point here is this: your why. Without crystal clear clarity on your internal why, your motivation is inevitably going to crash. And that's regardless of how skilled you are. People often think their motivation drops because they're physically tired of the work. But the source argues that's a total myth. Your motivation drops simply because your why is no longer clear. You forgot why you started that business, or why you got into real estate, or actually why you even took that job in the first place. If you want to achieve immense wealth or massive success in any field, you absolutely have to start with your why.
Part 2. Not speed, right direction. This brilliantly illustrates the reality of, well, almost every company today. In most businesses, a mere 20% of the people are bringing in 80% of the sales. These are your high performers, the ones whose why gives them absolute clarity and direction for their day. But then, consider that massive 80% majority. These are the folks just wandering aimlessly through their workday. They don't know why they got out of bed, they don't know why they came into the office, so what do? They sit around drinking the free office tea, gossiping, and blaming external factors. They say, oh, the market is down right now. But the source explicitly calls this out. The market is never down. You are down. Your energy is down. Your belief is down. You can have all the speed in the world, but if your direction is wrong, you are going to arrive absolutely nowhere.
Part 3. Walking or wandering.
Imagine a really crowded fair. A small child gets lost. They don't know their home address and they don't know the way back. They walk around for 2 hours. Now, we don't call that walking, we call that wandering, right? They're wandering because they lack both the destination and the path. And that's completely understandable. It's an innocent mistake. They're just a lost child. But now, imagine an adult. This adult knows exactly what their goals are. They have the dream, they know their exact target, and they know the exact daily steps required to get there. Yet, they still do not walk the path. They just wander around, wasting time. The source text is wonderfully aggressive here. It argues that an adult in this state isn't just lost, they're suffering from mental indiscipline. They are, in a sense, mentally ill. Because if you know exactly what you need to do to change your life and you simply refuse to do it, you're actively choosing to wander.
Part 4. Write your own story.
Okay, here are the known negotiable baselines you need right now. A clearly defined dream, a specific target that you know by heart, strict deadlines for achieving them, and most importantly, taking extreme ownership. Listen to me, no one, and I mean no one, has the free time to come and make you successful. Nobody is coming to wake you up and build your life for you. Your parents, your family, your future, that is entirely your responsibility. If you don't even have a written dream or a deadline at this stage in your life, you're still operating like a child. You have to take the reins. And if you do take that ownership, Remember this promise from the source. The universe never does injustice. You cannot make excuses and say, oh, I worked so hard but got nothing in return. That simply is not how the world operates. The fundamental principle of the universe is that it takes your relentless, purposeful effort and it returns far, far more than what you put into it. History is being written every single day. Regular people are out there changing the world every single day.
Which leaves us with this one final, inescapable question. What do you want to do with this life? Are you just going to pass the time and let the days slip by, wandering aimlessly? Or are you going to stop making excuses, find your deepest why, and actually leave a mark? The choice, the direction, and the energy are entirely up to you.